वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी जय गोपीजना वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदना व्रजजना रंजना 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 यमुना तीरा वनचारी यमुना तीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजना वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी गोपीजना वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदना व्रजजना रंजना यशोदानंदना व्रजजना रंजना यशोदानंदना व्रजजना रंजना यशोदानंदना व्रजजना रंजना यमुना तीरा वनचारी यमुना तीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jayo Radha Gopinath Radha Gopinath Radhe. Jayo Gauranitai Jayo Gauranitai. Jai Sachinandana Gaur Hari. Jai Sachinandana Gaur Hari. Gaura Hari, Gaura Hari. Jai Sachinandana Gaur Hari. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Jai Jai Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev Jaya Jaya Gurudev. जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोदश श्रीमद अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद महाराज की जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज श्री प्रभुपाद की श्री रूप सनातन भट्ट भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्ट दास रघुनाथ षडगोस्वामी प्रभुगण की जय। नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की। श्री वृंदावन धाम की, श्री नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की, पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की, गंगा मई की, यमुना मई की, भक्ति देवी की, तुलसी महारानी की, समवेत भक्त वृंद की, गौर प्रेमानंदी। All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Hare Krishna. So, on behalf of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, Sri Sri Radha Gopinath Temple, we welcome you all for the weekly Sunday feast. So, today we'll be discussing from Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat by Vrindavan Das Thakur. So, how many of you have been coming for more than 2 years? So, the rest are relatively new, less than 2 years? Okay. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Sapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamascha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamascha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhu bhayevacha patitanam pavane bhayo vaishnave bhayo namo namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. This is from Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila 25, chapter number, text number 265. So this basically deals with what is Krishna consciousness. since you all have come to the society, anyone would like to volunteer? What his thoughts are on this? What exactly is Krishna consciousness? Anyone, new, old? Okay, to understand we are not the body, we are soul. But then why Krishna consciousness? Yes, anyone would like to volunteer? Okay. So any case, probably you are shy. So here, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is reciting a shlok, and Prabhupada uses this as the defining factor for what exactly is Krishna consciousness. Krishna Tattva, Bhakti Tattva, Prema Tattva, Sar, Bhava Tattva, Rasa Tattva, Lila Tattva. So here it says, Krishna consciousness, and listen carefully. Krishna consciousness means understanding the truth of Krishna, the truth of devotional service, the truth of love of Godhead, the truth of emotional ecstasy, the truth of transcendental mellows, and the truth of the pastimes of the Lord. So probably at one go this is too much, but just to make things easier, the whole purpose, mainly Prabhupada said, is that people coming to the society develop attachment for Sri Radha and Krishna. Yeah, that's easier. So once there was one of the devotees from ISKCON, and he went to Sri Rangam, which is a popular Sri Sampradaya pilgrimage site. And seeing this Western person, the Sri Sampradaya devotee was very happy. He met him and said, "You're fortunate you're practicing this Vaishnav Dharma. But I think it's better that if you worship Sita and Ram. Because Ram is so munificent." Yeah. Why is munificent? Because he gave even opportunities to monkeys and bears so that they could render service to him. But your Krishna, he is Namo Brahmana Devaya, Go Brahmanitaya. He is favorable to the Brahmanas. So it will be difficult for you. You take up to the worship of Sita Ram. So this devotee he smiled and he looked at him and said, "Yeah, but he's Jagat Hitaya, I am part of the universal system. Yeah, he takes care of the whole Jagat. And besides that, even if the monkeys and the bears got an opportunity to serve, to render service to Lord Ram, Krishna was more generous. Because with Ram they had to fight a battle. It was a tough thing. They had to sweat it out. But Krishna would steal butter and feed the monkeys. That was much easier to be in Krishna Lila. Besides, look at your Lord Ram. What did he do with the female demoness Shrupnaka? When she came to attack, he actually, with the help of Lakshman, disfigured her, cut her off nose. But look at Krishna. When Putna approached, he delivered her. Yeah. Send her back home, back to Godhead. Kimva Dayalum. So who's more merciful than him? So why should I worship your Ram? And actually this same Shrupnaka comes as Kubja. Some say mantra, but most of them except Shrupnaka comes as Kubja in Krishna Lila. So when she comes as Kubja in Krishna Lila, what did Krishna do? He didn't disfigure her this time. In fact, by his touch, she regained her beauty, both external and internal, and got an opportunity to serve Krishna. And Krishna, he accepted 16,100 wives. The princes who were staying with Banasur for such long. But your Ram, he just had one wife, and he just stayed with Ravana in Ravana's palace for 1 year. And for that he banished her. So who's more merciful? It's my Krishna. So why should I worship your Ram? And like this he started giving many arguments. And before he could even reach to Lord Chaitanya, this person was, "Oh, okay, that's fine, I'm leaving." So the whole point is that, of course, whoever you're attached to, Lord Ram, Lord Krishna, Lord Nrsimhadev, that's fine, they're all Vishnu Tattvas. Even in the pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the brother of Rup Sanatan Goswamis, Anupam, who was the father of Jeev Goswami, he was very attached to worshipping Lord Ram. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu requested him, why don't you worship Radha and Krishna? And he tried a lot. The next day he came to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and said, I tried, but I cannot give up the chanting of Lord Ram. And I cannot even obey your instructions, so I'm very pained at heart. So please give me your permission so that I may commit suicide. Because I cannot follow your instruction and I cannot even give up the chanting of Lord Ram. But Mahaprabhu was very pleased with him and said, please, please, continue your devotion with Ram. Like this, there were many devotees in Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes who were devotees of Lord Ram. But generally, Prabhupada's whole idea was, generally, the whole objective is that people, when they come, they develop attachment to the lotus feet of Shri Radha Krishna. So, so there are many Vaishnava Sampradayas who are actually propagating the same thing. So then how is it different? Before we come to that, the first thing I would like to ask, why should we rather take to the service of, to the devotional service of Radha and Krishna? Any reasons? Well, it's hot outside and the AC room is a good excuse to come to the temple, but I'm not asking for that. Yeah, but the main thing is the Shastras define, and that is what we're saying every day, Sansara Daval, that the whole material existence is like a forest fire. Yeah, it's a forest of material enjoyment and it's on fire. And a forest fire, it needs no reason actually. Everybody is suffering. Yeah, everybody is suffering with the three tapas, Adhyatmik, Adi Bhautik, Adi Daivik. Everybody is suffering with Kam Agni, Krodh Agni, Jathar Agni. All Agnis are just, putting you on fire. So definitely, when people are suffering like this, what is really required is something cooling like an AC air, right? And this the devotional service is compared to a soothing ocean from where the cool breeze is blowing. Anandam buddhi vardhanam pratipadam purna amrita swadanam. So at every step, this nectarian ocean just increases and nourishes the heart of the devotee. Now it's up to you, right? As soon as you're feeling the heat, and you see there's a cool breeze blowing from somewhere, it's up to you how much near you want to go. One may just go and sit on the shores and just take the pleasure of the breezes blowing by. And after some time, if he feels confident, he'll say, wow, if this is so good, what about the water? So he may just put his feet inside. He said, oh, that's good. So what about swimming? Yeah. And in this way, when he starts swimming, he says, why not go deep? Right? So basically it's up to you. Similarly in devotional service, it's up to you. You want to be on the shores, or you really want to go deep and have a nice swim, you want to float in the ocean of devotional service. It's completely and entirely up to you. Yeah. But the beauty of what Srila Prabhupada and the Acharyas have given is, anyone who comes in touch is naturally drawn to the whole process, and it's just like what you can say is you come to the temple and the first thing that you encounter is the visuals, the fragrance, and then comes the taste of the tongue with prasad and with such colors, and then kirtan and then dancing. All your senses are engaged and you feel really great about it. And the first thing you ask yourself is, how about always maintaining this consciousness? How about always being such blissful? Yeah. So what the Acharyas have done is, through the senses, they reached to the core of your consciousness. And this is easily done by taking the shelter of the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So this is what we'll be actually seeing, that how this process is very beautifully given to us by the Acharyas, and we'll be referring to the pastime of Jagai and Madhai in Chaitanya Bhagavat. Now one may ask, why should one take shelter of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? And Srila Prabhupada, in one of the purports in this chapter itself, which is actually to the previous verse, which says, Krishna Lila Amritsar Tara Shata Shata Dhara Dasha Dike Vahe Yaha Hoite Se Chaitanya Lila Hoye Sarovara Akshay Manohansa Chara Tahate. The pastimes of Lord Krishna are the essence of all nectar. And that nectar is flowing in hundreds of rivers in all directions. The pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are an eternal reservoir, and one is advised to let his mind swim like a swan on this transcendental lake. And the purport of this, Prabhupada mentions a very important sentence. He says, thus without understanding the pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, one cannot understand Radha and Krishna. So it's just like if you have been at the ocean, especially in Jagannath Puri where Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to reside, and you start playing in the shore, you'll soon realize sometimes there's an undercurrent, it's called the tow current. It just pulls you inside without you even many times realizing what's happening. And before you understand, you're quite inside, far away from the shore. And if you really don't know to swim, you're looking for a lifesaver, right? So this is how Chaitanya Lila is. Just as one takes shelter of the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya, he's just pulled in to the pastimes of Sri Krishna. And that is how he can relish it. But it cannot be artificially done. Yeah? How is it done is the process that Srila Prabhupada actually gives us. In the previous slok to this, he says, Jivan istarite Prabhu Brahmila deshe deshe apane aswadi bhakti karila prakashe. To deliver all fallen souls, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu travelled from country to country. He personally tasted the transcendental pleasure of devotional service, and he simultaneously spread the cult of devotion everywhere. So following the line of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, this is what the Acharyas have done. They have combined both the external and the internal aspects of the devotion of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So as you know, the external reason for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu coming to coming down to the earthly platform is to spread the Yuga Dharma of chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Though his internal reason was to relish the nectar of devotional service that Srimati Radharani was tasting for him. Yeah. So similarly, the Acharyas are prodding, they're encouraging that please come to this cult of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Help Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu through the Acharyas in spreading this devotional service to Krishna. And by doing so, relish it yourself. Yeah. So as I was mentioning, the society is primarily set up for everyone to take this according to his capacity. Yeah. And there is no, unless you're suddenly pushed by someone and you don't know how to swim. So once there was a competition between the sun god and the wind god as to who is powerful. And said, okay, let's have a match then. And the wind god said, okay, my chance first. And they saw a man walking on the street with his coat on. So said, okay, let's see who can remove his coat. And the wind then started blowing, and it started blowing really hard. And as it was blowing hard, the man held on to his coat. And as soon as he held on to his coat, the wind blew more harder. And he held it more tighter. And the wind god was really furious. So blew as hard as he could. And the man fell down, but he didn't leave his coat. And the sun god said, okay, your chance is done. Now look at me. And then he slowly started increasing the temperature. And as soon as he started perspiring, the man just moved his cot. Yeah. So Prabhupada said, this is what our movement is all about. Yeah, we are not here to push people to take it artificially. But we want it that they automatically open their hearts to this process. Right? And it works really wonderful. That is why Srila Prabhupada writes that this is the way that we are actually preaching. The way that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed. That is, distribute this love and at the same time taste this devotional service. So this is very easily done when you participate in service to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in spreading this Krishna consciousness movement. And I've been involved with taking people around and exposing to this devotional aspect. And these people, for people who even have no idea of what India is, forget Krishna. And I've seen how wonderfully their hearts just transform. It's just like, explaining is one thing. Just like if you see a lotus, in a bud form. And as soon as the sun comes, it blooms. But you hardly ever get to see the way it is blooming. Right? In the morning when you come, you see it's like a bud. And after some hours you come, you see it's bloomed. Right? But you don't really get to see the process of blooming. What is thrilling is to see that how it blooms. That is why when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was having his talk with Ramanand Rai, Ramanand Rai knew that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is non-different from Krishna. But at the end of his talks, when he looks at Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he faints. Why should he faint? He knows he is Krishna. But what he actually sees is that how Sri Krishna is taking on the mood of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So when a devotee sees this, when he sees that how Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is acting, how his mercy is acting, that is what enthuses him to move forward. That is the whole process. As you give, so you will receive. This is how King Maharaj Prataprutra actually became the recipient of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. He tried quite a lot to actually meet Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And with the help and guidance of the devotees and with some strategizing, he was able to finally meet Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Srivas Pandit, when he looked at Maharaj Pratap Rudra, looking at him, he said, he has finally received the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Why did he say that? Because in the Rath Yatra when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was dancing, there were 7 Kirtan groups. And each Kirtan group was feeling that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was dancing with him. Not many could see this, except the internal associates of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But Maharaj Pratap Rudra could actually appreciate that. And when Srivas Thakur looks at, when he understands this aspect, he says, oh, so finally he has received the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So that is the whole point. As you help in the service of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as you help in giving this out to others, so you receive. And you see how the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is acting. In this way, the super soul which resides in the heart of the devotee inspires him to move on and on this devotional path. Move deeper and deeper and swim, float, go deeper into this ocean of Sri Chaitanya Lila. Now the story that really highlights this to the extreme aspect is the story of Jagai and Madai. Now one may say, why not approach Krishna directly? Well, Krishna is a personality in his own self, and he has his own reservations, he has his own personality, he has his own disposition, and he makes that very clear in Bhagavad Gita. Different shlokas that will be taken, we'll see what Krishna is actually trying to hint. First he says, Naham prakasya sarvasva yog maya anavrita. That I am not very easily available to everyone. Why? Because I cover myself with yog maya for people who are foolish and unintelligent. Then he says, Ye dhamam prapadante tam sthaiva bhajamyam. He says, I reciprocate to people as they reciprocate with me. So it's more like a business deal. Of course, it's a profitable business deal. Then he says, Sarva dharma parityajam, mamekam sharnavaram. Again he puts a condition that yes, I will deliver you from all sinful acts. But what is the condition? First give up all religions and surrender to me. He's putting conditions. Then he says, Samoham sarva bhuteshu, I am equal to everyone, but still, though I am not partial to anyone, I am favorably disposed to my devotees. I am attached to them. Yeah. So, of course, many more things, but I am just taking some few shlokas just that I remembered off the cuff. And so with so many reasons, so Krishna is expecting that you take the first step. But in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it's the other way around. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is running behind people. He is pleading them. And he is not pleading them alone. He's come with the whole Panch Tattva. All 5 of them, all his parshads are pleading, please, please, please take the holy name of Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So that's why Rupa Goswami, first time when he sees Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the first thing he offers is Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gaur Tushe Namah. The first aspect that he glorifies of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Namo Mahavadanyaya. He's just giving, mercifully just giving, for no reason at all. Yeah, he's not even asking for your qualification. In fact, he's saying the more one is fallen, the more he is qualified to receive my mercy. Right? It's the other way around, amazingly. You know, once I had gone to Vrindavan and there was this group of Western people. And there was this lady, it was the first time that she had come to India. So she first came to Mumbai and stayed here for a couple of days. And then the whole group went to Vrindavan. And we just stayed for maybe a day there. And the next day, we went to Krishna Balram, attended the Kirtan there, just went about Vrindavan for some temples, not much. And the next day she comes to me and says, I want to talk to you. I said, yeah, you can talk. He said, no, I really want to talk to you. I said, okay, and we just found some space and said, yes, what do you want? And before she could even, say anything, she just started crying. With all just tears rolling unstoppable. And I was like, okay, so what is it? He says, this is what I want to do in life. This is what exactly I've been looking for. And it was just a matter of maybe 6 days. And by the end of 6 days, she was chanting 16 rounds. And then she went with Indudaman Maharaj, who was along with us, and she traveled with him for about maybe 6 months non-stop, just left her house, and came back to Mayapur, did her Bhakti Shastri the next 4 months, and in the next year she got initiated both Harinam Diksha and Brahman Diksha. And this was like 10 years back, she's still there, so it was just not like some passing phase. So I could really appreciate, the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the way it flows. You just can't imagine. It's amazing. And of course, it's up to people how much they can take. But the fact is that they do take some aspect, if not everything. In fact, in one of the other groups, there was this old lady, and she was about 65 or something. And when she came on the trip, she had no idea that, it's going to be Hare Krishna all the time. She was looking for something more. So, after a couple of days, she came to me and said, I feel cheated. I never thought that it's going to be all Hare Krishna. I was expecting something more. But nevertheless, one thing, though I feel cheated, I'm still okay with it. Because I just love these kirtans. I just can't do without it. Now I've just become addicted. Just in 2 days. And she was like, I've just become addicted. And it's nearly like 8 or 9 years and she's still addicted to Kirtan. Though she may have not taken the whole process. But the fact is that something stuck to her. Yeah. So, Rishikena Rishikesha Sevanam, Bhakti Ruchyate. That's the whole process. To serve Shri Krishna through our senses, externally. And then, internally, what is that? Nitya Siddha Krishna Prem Sadhyo Kabhanoy Sharanadi Suddha Chitte Koroyode. That the love of Krishna that is dominant in the heart will automatically start flowing out as we render service to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Of course, everybody will take it in different ways, and you may come across preachers who are enthusiastic for you to really take it up, but it's up to you. I still remember, the first time, my parents told me that it's time that you learn something in life, go to swimming, and I was like about 10, 11 years old, and I was not very comfortable with water. But my father was like, no, you should get over your fears and learn swimming, go and learn swimming. So somehow I gathered courage, and I had some friends. So we said, okay, we'll go together on the same timing. And the first day I went, and the instructor was actually my father's friend. I didn't know that. So my father had already told him, he's afraid of water and all that stuff. So I said, no, nothing to be worried, just come here. And he just tried to float on my waist. And he said, don't worry, we'll go to water together. When I said, we'll go to water together, I said, okay, fine. If he's coming along, I don't mind. But then suddenly, he just caught hold of my two hands. And he just started whirling me around. And I was like, what's this? And he just threw me in the water. And I was like, I said, where have I landed? And though the float was on, I had never been in a pool, and so I was stopping at the top of my life. He saved me, saved me, saved me. And my friend was just on the bank. And he also didn't know swimming. And he was saying, I was looking at me and saying, hey, there's nothing to be afraid, man. The water's not deep. Wait, I'm coming. I said, like, you're coming? I said, you don't know swimming. He said, don't worry, just look at me. And he just ran in and just jumped where I was. And, I was a bit doubtful. So I was like, oh, so should this give me courage? But before I could really react, I was looking at this and he was shouting harder than me. He said, get me out of here, get me out of here. So yes, it's like if someone pushes you and you're not ready for it, you may be taken aback. But that's not how it works, unless, of course, you come across some preacher who's really enthusiastic to get you there fast. But it does work wonderfully. So that's the whole point. So we'll just come to this part of Sri Jagai and Madai, how they take up this process. And this is a very live example of how the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu flows. So this chapter starts with the invocation. Ajanulambita bhujau kanakavadhato sankirtanai kapitarau kamalatakshau vishwambarau dijvarau yugadharma palau vande jagat priyakaro karunavataro jaya jaya Mahaprabhu Shri Gaur Sundar jaya jaya Nityananda Sarva Sevai Kalevar. So one day, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu suddenly calls Nityananda and Haridas, and he says, Ekadina chambite hoila hena mati agya kelya Nityananda Haridasa prati. So he came and said, oh Haridas, oh Nityananda, I have an instruction for you. So, just to give you an idea how the whole pastime of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also draws you inside the inner secrets of what Krishna Lila is. Who were Jagai and Madai in their previous life? Anyone remembers? At least in Krishna Lila, anyone remembers? Jai and Vijay, they were when they were in Vaikuntha, yeah. Yeah, Shishupal and Dantavakra. So, Jai and Vijay fall down, they come as Hiranyakashipu, then they come as Ravana and Kumbhakarna in Ram Lila. Then they come as Shishupal and Dantavakra in Krishna Lila. So now we'll just try to compare both the pastimes of Shishupal Vad and the deliverance of Jagai and Madai. And you will be amazed how both the stories move parallel to each other. That's the beauty of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes. That how it gets you into the whole pastime of Krishna Lila. So one day the Lord suddenly ordered Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas as follows. That it's my instruction to you that please go and deliver the fallen souls. Now, if you see the parallel verses in the Shishupal Vada, that's the 10th canto, 74th chapter, that also starts in a very interesting way. Now, if you draw parallels, here Sri Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur are acting on the order of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The very heart, the very intent of Sri Nityananda Prabhu is to satisfy Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and glorify him. And now when we come to the pastime of Shishupal Vada, we see here that Yudhishthira Maharaj is performing a sacrifice, the Rajasuya sacrifice, which is going to actually declare him as the emperor of the whole world. But is that his intent? No. His real intent is to glorify, use this opportunity to glorify Krishna. This is what happens in the starting verses of the 74th chapter, where actually Shri Yudhishthira Maharaj is addressing Krishna and is saying that even the demigods like Brahma and Lord Shiva are very fortunate to receive orders from you. In fact, they are waiting to receive these orders from you. Similarly here, Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur, when they get this order, they are very happy and smilingly accept this order of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Both intents are same. They know it's going to be a difficult task. It's not going to be easy. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying to them that please go and deliver this name of Krishna to everyone. So he says that Prati ghare ghare giya kare bhiksha bolo Krishna bhajo Krishna karo Krishna shiksha. So he says, please go to every house and implore, request these people that bolo Krishna, take the names of Krishna, bhajo Krishna, worship Krishna, karo Krishna shiksha. Please take the instructions of Sri Krishna in your life, and this way make your life sublime. So this is the request, this is the order that they are making of him. Now, similarly, this is what Vedvyas is saying in the 74th chapter. And so you can appreciate that how both Vedvyas and Krishnadas Kaviraj in this storyline move in the same direction. That's why it says Krishna Lila Bhagavate Kahe Vedvyas, Chaitanya Lila Ravyasa Vrindavan Das. So both are actually non-different. So here we can see that the first thing that they're saying is, what is the fortune? To receive the orders of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Secondly, how do you receive it? Smilingly, with eagerness. And then, as soon as you recognize that this is actually your fortune, you immediately take it up, keep it on your head, and try to actually apply it the way you can. So this is the way actually one progresses in devotional service. As soon as he receives the order of the spiritual master, and spiritual masters can be many. It can be your Siksha Guru, it can be your Diksha Guru, it can be your Patpadakshishu. Anyone who you have trust in, faith in, who knows, who can guide you. You take his instructions smilingly, considering your fortune, and try to assist him in executing the mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is the way you actually realize the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And very interesting, because Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving instructions to two people here. Who are those two people? Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur. So Haridas Thakur, Nityanand Prabhu is actually from a Brahmin family, right? And Haridas Thakur, yeah, he's a Malech. He's from a Malech background, from a Muslim background. But Mahaprabhu is given instructions to both of them simultaneously. Because he knows that Navadvip has both type of people. They are Muslims and they are Hindus. The Hindus will never listen to the Muslims and the Muslims will never listen to the Hindus. But no one is disqualified from devotional service. So he instructs both. Yeah, both of you go. You preach to whom you want, you preach to whom you want. But both of you go. Similarly, we see Prabhupada, he did the same thing. When he went to West, he didn't discriminate. Oh, he's white, he's black. And no, he just gave it. Exactly following the footsteps of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. As his spiritual master had instructed him. Yeah, he also considered himself very fortunate when Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur actually told him, yeah, that go and give this message to the English-speaking world. Though he could not execute it immediately, his intent was, his desire was to do it as soon as possible whenever the opportunity presents. So immediately for one person and immediately for another person may be different. But the point was that the intent was very clear. That as soon as I get an opportunity, yes, I will do it. So when he went to the West, he preached to all type of people. Yeah, to all type of people. And I remember he had one black devotee named Ghanshyam Das, who later became Bhakti Tirth Swami. So when he was staying in the temple, he was the only black person. And the rest of the white-skinned devotees were actually making fun of him. So at one time he really got irritated and he said, what is this, Prabhupada? You are saying that we are not this body, we are this soul, and here people are discriminating on the basis of body, of color, race. Outside it's fine, but I didn't expect this here. So Prabhupada said, why are you complaining? Birds of the same feather flock together. There's nothing to complain. So you go and open your temple. Ask all black people to come there. What's the problem? Yeah. So the point is, yes, we are not the body, but we also recognize the social dynamics that is involved. Yeah. We don't try to force ourselves through. So Bhakti Tirth Maharaj anyhow got the message that he should, stop complaining and try to adjust the thing as far as possible. So Mahaprabhu also recognized the whole social dynamics existing at Navadvip at that time. So he instructed both Haridas Thakur and Sri Nityanand Prabhu that both of you go and preach this message. So both of them leave, very eagerly taking this message. So that's the whole point. One should be very eager. Once he is confirmed, see, one can doubt, one is given the freedom of doubting. Whom do I accept as my spiritual master? He can test. And we can find this even in the pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Even the devotees of Mahaprabhu did not easily accept the other devotees as authorized devotees unless they were really convinced. We see that in the case of Shivanand Sen. Shivanand Sen heard of this brahmachari, Nakul Brahmachari. And Nakul Brahmachari had become very famous in the area of Navadvip. And people would just flock to him in thousands. And anytime anyone would go there, people would just be mad, and they would just be chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. For no reason at all. He was not doing any Krishna Katha, he was not distributing any prasad, and he was not doing any wonderful kirtan with all the orchestra around him. No, people were just looking at him, he would just say, chant, Hare Krishna, and people were just taking Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Because he was so imbued by the love of Krishna, that just by coming in his contact, people would become completely purified to accept the holy name. And his glory is spread far and wide. And Shivanand Sen, he got this curiosity in the mind. He said, I should really go and see this person. I should really test. Is it that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has actually ascended into his body? So, with this doubt in mind, Shivanand Sen actually goes there. And so now how is he supposed to test? So he says, he thinks in his mind if Nakul Brahmachari is able to tell me what my secret mantra is, I'll understand that really, in fact, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has ascended into his body. So Shivananda Sen comes to where Nakul Brahmachari is residing. It's a place near Ambika Kalna. And he offers his obeisances from far. And as soon as he offers his obeisances, Nakul Brahmachari, who's sitting far off, he calls his near associates and says, "Go and call Shivananda Sen. Say that I have called him." And they're like, "Where is he? He's far off there. Go there and just go and bring him here." So all of them actually go and start shouting, "Shivananda Sen, Shivananda Sen, wherever you are, please come. Nakul Brahmachari is calling you." And Shivananda Sen is astounded. Says, "How does he know that I'm here?" Yeah. And so they bring Nakul Brahmachari there. Shivananda Sen to Nakul Brahmachari. And Nakul Brahmachari looks at him and says, "Give up all your doubts. This is your secret mantra." And Shivananda Sen is really taken aback, he's astounded. But he's convinced that, yeah, this person has actually received the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So that's the whole point. You can test as much as you want before you accept anyone as your spiritual master. Lest, it is like the Shastra says, like the person who's suffering this kleshagni, the fire of material miseries, if he tries to jump in a pool which is shallow, he's just going to hurt himself, nothing else. Similarly, if one takes shelter of bogus gurus, that's what is going to happen. You are just going to be in more mess, greater mess. Shallow water means it's more like muddy, kichad. You just get stuck in, with no way to come out. It's not going to cool you. It's just going to get you more deeper and deeper into the muck. So similarly, one can test as much as he wants, but once he's accepted, then he should follow. So he can take his time. There is no hurry. He can take. Krishna conscious is not something that it's a career that you have to make in 5 years, so much 10 years. It's a lifetime thing. Maybe many more lifetimes also. So there is no hurry. Take it at your pace, right? But whatever you do, let it be your conviction. Yeah, let it be your conviction, so that you don't regret later. Shivananda Sen, even in one instance, actually, Mahaprabhu says to his devotees once that, tell all the devotees of Bengal that this time, please don't come to Jagannath Puri. I myself will be coming to Bengal. So they need not come this year. And so all the devotees are very happy that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is going to come this time. And so they eagerly wait for him. And days pass, months pass. And the time that Mahaprabhu is actually told that he'll be coming, he does not turn up. And the devotees get disappointed. So this Narasimhanand Brahmachari sees that Shivananda Sen and the others are very disappointed. They're very despondent. And they ask the reason, what is it? And they narrate to him, this is what Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had promised. But he's not really turned up. So says, oh, is it? Says, don't worry. Just give me 3 days. And within 3 days, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will definitely come here. And so when they hear, all the devotees get very excited. And they said, oh, okay. And they start, getting all the ingredients for cooking, and they start preparing different preparations. Narasimha Brahmachari personally actually says what they should get. Shivananda says, goes and brings all those ingredients. And so then Narasimha Brahmachari says, oh, now he's come close. He's reached quite close. And within the next 2 days, he'll be coming here. And he says, so tomorrow, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will be coming here. So all the ingredients are ready. I'll be cooking. And so please help me out, whatever I'll require. So he makes 3 plates. One for our Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, one from Jagannath, and one for Narasimhadev, because his Ishtadev is Narasimhadev. And he makes the offering. And after the offering is done, Narasimha Brahmachari, when he goes to remove the offerings, he actually is quite disturbed by what he sees. And he sees that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has actually eaten all the 3 plates. And he gets very disturbed, and he says Sri Chaitanya, and he starts chastising Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He says, what have you done? Says, okay, it's fine. I know that Jagannath and you are not different. So it's fine if you took Jagannath's plate. But why do you take Narsihadeva's plate? He has to starve because of you. And if the master starves, how can the servant take anything? So he makes another offering. And Shivananda Sen is actually looking at Narsimanand Brahmachari, and he's saying, has he gone crazy? Whom is he speaking to? Where is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? But everybody knows Narsimanand Brahmachari that he's a bit transcendental. You don't know what to expect out of him. So Shivananda Sen doesn't tell anything, but he keeps his doubt in his heart. And the next year, when the devotees actually go to visit Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu meets Narsimanand Brahmachari and starts describing all the preparations that he had made last year and describing how each preparation tasted. And Shivananda Sen is just astounded and is taken aback. But that's a confirmation to him that, yeah, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did come. So the point is, you can doubt. There is no harm in doubting. And in fact, the Bhagavatam says, doubting is a sign of intelligence. But use that doubt in the right way to understand how actually the Shastras, how actually the Guru work. That's the whole point. When you see that how the Shabda Praman actually works, that experience is what pushes you ahead in devotional service. Because till now it has all worked. So why not further? That is the reason that Sudama Brahman actually becomes so ecstatic after meeting Lord Krishna. So though his wife has sent Sudama to get some remuneration, some riches, so that they can pass their life easily, when Sudama actually goes there, when he's returning back, he has nothing in hand. He's just a pauper that he was before. But now his heart is full and he's ecstatic. And he's dancing all the way. When he was coming, because he was starving, it was so difficult for him to take that path. But in the association of devotees, he passes as fast. But when he's coming, he's so ecstatic. Of course, he gets the prasad from the queens, that apart. But it's the ecstasy in his heart that really makes him dancing all the way. But why is he experiencing that joy, that fulfillment in his heart? The acharyas explained, because for so many years, Sudama Brahman has been chanting, Namo Brahmane Devaya, Go Brahmanitaya, Jagadhitaya, Krishnaya, Govindaya, Namo Namo. And he's been chanting and chanting and chanting. And now for the first time, Sudama actually experiences that how the Brahmanas are so dear to Krishna. It's been nearly more than 80 years that Krishna and Sudama have met. Even like when we have our get-togethers of the 10th standard, of the engineering batch and all, it's like maybe 15 years, 20 years, 25 years. But it's so difficult to sometimes even know. The last time I went for such a thing, and one of the boys was just like talking and talking and talking for me for hours and hours and hours. And I was listening to him, and I was asking his questions, but there was one question that was really bothering me, and it was like, who's this person? I am not able to remember, And all the 3 hours that he was talking to me, the only thing that was really bothering me, I just am not getting his name. And he was so friendly to me, I was not even having the courage to ask him, Prabhu, I'm sorry, but I can't remember, what's your name? But here, Sudama Brahman, as soon as he walks, and it's been 80 years, and Krishna is a king. There's so many, he's an important personality, and there's so many people meeting him in and out. His own family members are in millions. But as soon as he sees Sudama Brahman at the doorstep, he goes walking, he rushes towards him, catches by his hand, and starts speaking all his childhood pastimes. And Sudama Brahman, just to be sure, he starts asking questions. So just to be sure, is it the right person that you are actually, or you are expecting someone else and you think that I'm the person? Just to be sure. So, and then, he sees how the goddess of fortune actually, treats him, and everything just overwhelms him. So that's the whole point. So he sees that how this this Shabd Praman has actually become an experience for him. So that is how the whole devotional process of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu works. So Krishna is actually first saying, okay, I'll deliver you from all the sins, but first surrender to me. And what Mahaprabhu is saying? No. First you take this experience, first taste this devotional service, and then you decide what you want to do. It's like, you want this gulab jamun? Okay, first do the homework. Yeah. And then and the other way around is, okay, so I'll give you the gulab jamun and then you will do the homework? Oh yeah, why not? So that is how Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is actually delivering the whole process. So he's saying, oh, please take this, taste this devotional service, and then you decide what you want to do. So that is what Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu does. He actually makes you taste this mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So as soon as one gets one drop, he wants more. He is hankering for more. That's the beauty of Krishna consciousness. You feel full, but at the same time you feel you want more. Yeah, contradictory emotions, but they exist. That's the beauty of devotional service. So that's how the order of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has to be accepted immediately, as far as possible. Now, like once Tamal Krishna Maharaj was serving Srila Prabhupada, and Prabhupada was sick. They were in Rishikesh. This was in 77, just a year of his passing. And Prabhupada said, can you get me some Ganges water? And they were on a balcony which was actually overlooking the Ganges. And as Prabhupada was talking to Tamal Krishna Maharaj, he just disappeared. And Prabhupada was like, where did he go? And before he realized, he had jumped in right from the first floor. And Rishikesh, if anyone has been, the water is really, the current is really fast there. It can really carry out. And he was there down, and within a minute he was there up with a lota. Prabhupada, this is for you. Yeah. So that's the eagerness. The greater the eagerness, the greater the joy that you accept this request of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the more the doors of devotional service open for you. And the easier it is for you to enter, your heart to enter. So he requests. Yes. Now, of course, the whole point is, as one comes in devotional service, there are certain rules and regulations, but these rules and regulations actually help you to fly higher, your consciousness to move higher, just like a kite. The kite is flying. If anyone doesn't know, he'll think, oh, the string is pulling the kite down, but actually the kite is flying because of the string. Similarly, these rules and regulations help one's consciousness to rise higher. So yes, definitely there are different aspects to devotional service. Of course, the first aspect, as we discussed, is Kleshagni, that immediately the fire of material miseries is mitigated. Then it's Shubda, fortune, good fortune arises. Yeah. And then it's Moksha Laguta Krit, that it makes the bliss of liberation seem insignificant, and Sudurlabha, not easily available. Now, why it's the characteristic is, the point of making it's not easily available is that because Krishna does not want to easily give it, because he knows once he gives it, he has to be conquered by his devotee. He gets conquered by the devotion of his devotee. But this is what Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is doing. He's distributing that. He's doing what even Krishna is not doing. Right? But only Krishna can do what Krishna is doing. But he can only do it when he takes the mood of Srimati Radharani. Yeah? So that's the beauty of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So the point is, so these rules and regulations are just like the coverings of a fruit. Yeah? So these rules and regulations, they are ritualistic to a certain extent, but they help you to taste the pulp that is inside. Because if the skin of the fruit is removed, the pulp will immediately get rotten. So the rituals actually help you to protect the pulp, the essence, the mellow of Krishna consciousness. So with this, when you practice, then you are able to taste this fruit. Yeah? This fruit that Shukdev Goswami is mentioning in the third verse of Srimad Bhagavatam. So the whole point is that one accepts these, the rules and regulations with submission, and then he waits for the permission of the spiritual master, that how can I serve you. So with this submission, and as soon as he gets his permission, when he takes this order of the spiritual master and starts rendering service, he gets admission into the pastimes of Krishna. So here Mahaprabhu has requested Haridas and Nityananda Prabhu that please go and deliver this to this holy name to everyone. So Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur say, okay, let's go. This is what the Lord is wanting. And they start wandering the streets of Navdeep. And as they start wandering, they start serving and saying and seeing, okay, this is what is going on, and start strategizing how we can give this holy name. Yeah. So Mahaprabhu has just given an order, but he's left it to them, how it has to be executed. That freedom is there. So he says, you go every day and daily give me a report of what is happening. Yeah. So it's from the time of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, like devotees, they go out for book distribution, and every morning they read in front of the deities. They read in front of the deities, oh, this is the number of books that we have distributed, this is the fund collection we have done, and so forth and so forth. So this is what, it's right from the time of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, So this is what they request, you go every day out, distribute by mercy, come back in the evening and tell me what has happened. So Nityananda Prabhu, Haridas Thakur, both of them go out, start looking, and start seeing at whom can they deliver this message to. So they go to every house, request as bhikshuks, as sannyasis. That's how they go, Vrindavan Thakur states. And says, and looking at Haridas and Nityanand, that they are sannyasis, everybody is happy to call them, please have some prasad at our place. And they say, no, we just want one prasad, Please chant the holy names of Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. This is the only prasad, this is the only bhiksha that we want from you. So this is the way when Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur move about. And one fine day, they come across these two Brahmanas, Jagai and Madai. Of course, at this point they do not know. But looking at their behavior, they soon realize, these people are mad, they're intoxicated. It doesn't need too much of science to really understand that they're behaving like a madman. And so they start gathering information from the people around that, what's their background. And the people start, they actually close their ears, don't even ask about them, there is no sin that they have not committed. They are like go-bhakshaks and just drink liquor and have burned the houses of people and vandalized people's home. They're dacoits and beat people up, and there is no crime that they have not done. And Nityananda Prabhu, when he hears this, he says, oh, really? So then they are the most right candidates to give the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Because if I am able to give them the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and if I am able to give them this mercy of devotional service, this will be the right thing, which will actually glorify Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu all throughout Navdeep. So then they start planning. They stay far and look at what their activities are. So similarly, Prabhupada also, when he went to the Western country, the first month he actually stayed at this place of Sali Agarwal. And what was he doing? He was just studying the behavior of the Western people, of the American people, how they stay, what they do, and how can I actually, what is the plan, what is the strategy that I have to use to actually deliver this message of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to them. Yeah. So exactly what Haridas Thakur and Nityananda Prabhu are doing. At the same time, they keep a safe distance. They don't get too near, because they know they are mad people, they can do anything. And Prabhupada also, when he went to the West, he actually had to deal with such people, really crazy people. And he did get into trouble sometimes, but by Krishna's mercy, he was saved. So Nityananda Prabhu, Haridas Thakur keep a distance and keep a watch at them. And finally decide, okay, we have to go and make this request to them. Yeah. So this is how the whole pastime of Jagai and Madai is moving. And for a preacher, when he takes this up, when he takes the order of the spiritual master, sincerely tries to follow the regulated principles, he can actually see how the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is actually working all around. He is just being an instrument. He can take no credit for it actually. That is what even what is Yudhishthira Maharaj actually trying to do in the sacrifice. He is just trying to use this sacrifice to glorify Sri Krishna. Here, Nityanand Prabhu and Haridas Thakur are trying to use this sacrifice to glorify Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So then Nityanand Prabhu tells to Haridas Thakur, Haridas, you know what? If you decide, if you made this sankalp in your mind that these two have to be delivered, then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is bound to give their mercy. So it's my prayer, it's my request to you, please do it. And Haridas Thakur looks at Nityanand Prabhu and starts smiling and says, if you have decided that they have to be delivered, who in the world can stop them from being delivered from this material existence? So in this way, both have been given the same instructions, but none of them are claiming credit. None of them are claiming credit. They are giving credit to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Similarly, in the sacrifice that Yudhishthira Maharaj is performing for declaring himself the emperor of the world, he is praying to Lord Krishna. Actually, and Prabhupada is writing in the purport, for a devotee of Krishna, no accomplishment is a great thing. He can accomplish anything because he knows it's a desire of Krishna. It has to be done. Similarly, the whole purpose of Yudhishthira Maharaj is, it is a desire of Krishna. I have to do it to please him because I know this is the way I can actually glorify him. And that's why he goes all around fighting against Jarasandha. And so like Bhim, even Bhim, when he is fighting against Jarasandha, this is just before the Rajasuya sacrifice. So when there is a confusion, what has to be done first? First go and finish off Jarasandha, or first go to Hastinapur to perform Rajasuya sacrifice. On Uddhav's counsel, Krishna, he takes counsel from Uddhav. First they go to defeat Jarasandha, and Bhim fights for days with Jarasandha. And at the end he realizes, there is no way I can defeat this person. And even Jarasandha realizes, there is no way I can defeat him. But then what is it, that actually makes Bhima victorious? He takes shelter of Krishna. He says, Krishna, I can't do it. You have brought me here. It's on your saying that I have come, but it's not my ability that's going to give me victory. It's not my ability that I can accomplish this task. You have to really guide me. You have to really give me your mercy. You have to instruct me how this is going to come about. And then Sri Krishna just takes a straw and ties this from the middle and gives a hint to Bhima what he's supposed to do. And then Bhima goes in the battlefield, holds Jarasandha on one leg and just tears apart from the other leg. And that is how he is victorious. So then Bhima realizes this fact. Even though it's the instruction, it's the desire of the Lord, it's not my ability. It's not my talent. It's not my skill. It's not my determination. But ultimately, yes, that all has to be there. Definitely it has to be there. It's not that it has not to be there. It has to be there. The eagerness has to be there. The desire has to be there. The determination has to be there. The confidence has to be there. Everything has to be there. But finally, also to realize that it's Krishna's mercy that's actually going to get the things done. And that is what actually gives the greatest bliss, the greatest joy to a devotee. And that is how he becomes victorious over Jarasandha. Here also Nityanand Prabhu and Haridas Thakur, they have just gone out not even knowing what is going to happen, but just because it's the desire of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that is what he has commanded, and so he just goes there. And both of them just go and they look, they strategize. It's not that they don't plan. They definitely plan how this has to be brought about. Prabhupada did the same thing. He planned. But finally, it is how Krishna is going to work through all that plan. How Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is going to work through all that plan. That is what is going to matter. So actually they plan, they strategize everything, and then they decide how they're going to deliver Jagai and Madai. Okay, so time is running short. We have to just maybe finish in 10 minutes. So we can just see a contemporary example that one of nice stories that I remember that Indradumna Maharaj quotes, and he says that the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are nothing that it's nothing a thing of a past. It is one that everyone can experience. It's available to everybody. Everybody has an entrance into it. That's the whole point, because Mahaprabhu is going to give you a taste. And how does he give you a taste? Actually making the recipient of the mercy of his pastime. So his pastimes are always going on. But you need that eyes to actually see. And that also will be delivered by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You just have to hang on. So once, there was some book distribution, it was the book distribution marathon. This was in Paris. And devotees were distributing books. And the Mataji's party, what they would do is, they would climb in a train as soon as it would come to the station, make a quick announcements, try to give books to as many as people, strike the deal, and just come out fast, maybe in a minute or so. So as soon as one of the trains came, this Mataji went in, and she started distributing the books. And one of the person, he was, socially looked quite respectable person. He took this book from her and looked at her, and just right in front of her, he actually tore the book. It was a Krishna book, so it was really big. But somehow he really had some strength, and he really tore it apart, put it on the floor, and stomped on it. And before this girl could say anything, he actually caught hold of the girl's hair and just pushed her out on the platform. And she just fell flat on the floor and actually started bleeding all over. And in fact, even fractured one of her shoulder bones. So when the devotees saw this, they quickly came and took her to the temple. But she was also determined and was back on foot in the next 4 days. She also was eager to do the book distribution thing. Meanwhile, this person, this happened in Paris, and he was living in Madrid in Spain. So when he reached back, he was like boasting in front of his wife, see, this is the book I got, and this is what I did, and he just told the whole thing and left the book on the table. And somehow both of them left, and the book kept lying on the table. After some time, when their maidservant came and she looked at the book, she thought probably, the book got damaged, probably a car ran over it or something, and I'll just repair it. So she repaired the book nicely and kept it on the shelf. And it lied on the shelf for quite months. After a year, actually, what happened was, this person's wife met with an accident, a head-on collision, and she lost her life. And his daughter ran away with someone, and the boy actually left the house. So he was left all alone and despondent. He went to the point of such despair that he was planning to commit suicide. He was contemplating to commit suicide. So in such a despondent mood, he actually went to his bookshelf and was looking for the Bible just to read it across. But he just came across this Krishna book. And when he looked at it, he just couldn't recollect, but just out of curiosity, he started reading the whole book. And he went on, and he came to this point where Krishna is, Vasudeva is actually describing to Kansa that, he should not kill his sister Devaki on philosophical grounds, and describing the whole process of reincarnation, how one, the worm, he picks up its leg, the next leg only when the other leg has actually been placed at the right place. Similarly, one soul gets the next body after the next body is readied. Then only he'll leave the current body. So after reading this, he actually feels solaced. He says, oh, if this is the case, then my wife is somewhere, she's not lost forever. So then he goes on reading this book, and he's actually a bank manager, and he's quite well-to-do person, but he just not go for 3 days and just keeps reading this book day and night. And at the end of the book, he sees that there are the addresses of the temple. So he calls up, and because it was from Paris, it had the Paris address, he calls up the temple, and the receiver on the other end actually answers, and then he comes to know that there is a temple in Madrid where he can go. So he goes to the temple. And as soon as he goes to the temple and the door is open, the president, when he opens the door, Of course, and outside in West, you won't find, like such a large crowd. There'll be hardly any people there. But still, as soon as the president actually opens the door. That's his service. So he opens the door. This person just falls flat. And he opened the door. You're actually looking on the top, and he's who's there? And he's looking. This person is actually kneeling down, and his tears in his eyes. He's asking for forgiveness. And says, "Hey, that's okay. I'm not getting you. Please sit and say what happened." He says, "Oh, this is what happened. One of your persons was actually giving this book, and I was not good with her, and this is what I did. I'm really sorry about it. She was just trying to give me such a nice message, and I really regret. Anything I can do for you, please let me know." And it's so fast for him, it doesn't even strike, what he's saying. So before he can actually tell this person anything, he just signs a huge check to him and says, please keep it. He says, okay. And so this is like a Wednesday, and he comes for the Sunday feast. And he notices that this person has come for the Sunday feast and is sitting behind somewhere. And regularly he starts coming for the Sunday feast. And after some time he says, actually I'm giving up my job in the bank and I just want to stay full time here and serve. He says, what? He says, yeah, this is what I've decided. I really want to serve and do something for the movement. So he comes in, he says, okay, fine, if you want. So they appoint him as the treasurer because he already has a banking experience. But as the time for marathon comes, he says, no, I want to do book distribution. I really want to do this. So he goes on for book distribution and he does really good. But at the end of all, he says, I think this is all what I want to do in life, Please, this is the service I want to do. Please relieve me of my service of being a treasurer. And so for months, he actually just goes on doing that. And it's much later that, they have a festival in Italy, and then he meets this girl there. And by the time he's actually initiated, his name, I think, becomes Surya Narayan Das or something. And he meets this girl and starts begging forgiveness. And of course, devotees don't hold grudge, so she does not mind much of it. But this, this is like a living example, he says, that how Jagais and Madais are still being delivered. The mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is still flowing. In fact, in the whole pastime of Jagai and Madai, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur, in fact, Vrindavan Thakur writes that there is one sin that they have not committed. And what is that sin? That they have not blasphemed the Vaishnavas. They have not committed any offense against the Vaishnavas. Why? Because they never mingle with the Vaishnavas. They're always with drunkards. They never got time. Yeah, but anyhow, that was to their benefit. So we should be very careful then with the association of devotees. They never got that association, and therefore they never committed that sin. But here we see that in spite of all that happened with this person and what he did, still he became the recipient of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. That is how Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is so magnanimous. That's why Sri Rupa Goswami is saying, Namo Mahavadanyaya, Krishna Prema Pradayate, Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namini Gauratushe Nama. So if one wants to really enter into the pastimes of Krishna, yeah, of course there are many more things, but the time is up. If you take the similarities of both these chapters of Shishupal Vad and Jagai Madai Lila, you'll see so many similarities even in the theme as it flows. And it has amazing parallels. But what really comes out is the magnanimity, is the generosity of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his associates. Hare Krishna. Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaur Premanandi. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Prem Gauranga Prabhu, for wonderful class. First of all, we would like to welcome all those devotees who have come here for the first time for the Sunday Feast program. सबसे पहले हम उन भक्तों का स्वागत करना चाहेंगे जो आज हमारे संडे फीस्ट प्रोग्राम में पहली बार आए हैं. We would like to request all those devotees who have come here for the first time to kindly raise in their places so that we can